This conference will now be recorded.
Well, I'm pleased it's being recorded. I'm trying out a whole new video system. I've decided to come away from Zoom. So most of my story at the moment is trying to find a conference and webinar meeting setup that doesn't cost me the earth. So we're looking at GoToMeeting at the moment and see whether the output quality works. So if you don't know me, I'm Bev Hepting. I'm sure you're aware of me popping up in and out of people's social media feeds or their email. I am an international award-winning TEDx speaker and coach, and been doing this a long time online, and seen changes you would not believe in the last 20 years or so. And it's interesting because when I first started, we didn't have things like Zoom. Everything was done really by email, videoing. It was a huge setup, and in some ways, things have got a lot easier. The technology is a lot easier to use. We don't have to have so much equipment. Laptops and phones are brilliant now, and in that respect, it's brilliant. It's great. God, how many times am I going to say brilliant today? Yet on the flip side, it's noisy, it's busy, people are shouting from every corner. Everybody is trying to sell everybody something. Um, it's harder and harder to make relationships, it's harder and harder to market. And getting that audience together in order to create something of value is next to impossible. When I first started, I loved running around to networks. I loved running around speaking anywhere I could. I really enjoyed all that. I had coaching clients. I didn't have to worry about writing a book, setting up courses, and everything else that's required today in order for us to appease, if you like, you, the audience. And I get that we need to make it easier for you, but it does mean it makes it harder for us or for me because, as years have gone on, I've been there, done all that, and all I want to do now is teach or coach. I want to work with businesses, especially the small startups, in getting their stories right, getting their messaging right. That's my speciality. And I don't want to be shouting at social media all day, every day. I'm learning new things like automation. Have you looked at automation? It's just like, whoa. We have AI now, which on one hand is brilliant. Don't get me wrong, I love AI because I'm a speaker, I'm not a writer. So I do love AI. However, AI being used by so many people means it's actually quite difficult, to get real originality out of AI. So much has changed for the good and the bad. And I want to whisper rather than shout. Most of the clients I have now find me, which I love because marketing is not my bag either. So referral is brilliant, but it's slow, it's slower. Luckily, in a way, I don't need to earn the money I was earning before, you know, pre-COVID, if you like, doing really well, post-COVID, not so well, because the world has changed. And if you run a business and most of it's done online, that change has been faster and messier and louder than anything else. And as I look back on my story and I look towards what happens next, it's very much about what works for me as much as what works for my clients or people who may want to work with me. I want to give value, good value to people, but I want to give value to myself. I don't want to burn out. Again, been there, done that a few times. I want to enjoy myself and I want to enjoy life. And I don't want to end up hating what I do. So I do less. I don't run around the country speaking. I don't run around networking anymore. I I get on here and I love to talk to people. Some people listen, other people don't. I have a community. I do have courses. Well, one main course. I love lecturing, collaborating with the university. I love collaborating with other business owners. And yeah, it's about the whisper, isn't it? So today I'm going to take that on board about the whisper being more powerful than the big voice. See, when I come in and talk to you, all sorts of things happen in my head, which is brilliant. So anyway, this is me being authentic as I can be today, because let's face it, authenticity depends on how you feel from day to day to day. Am I showing my vulnerability? Probably not. I don't think I need to. We're asked to share so much with each other these days, and people who work with me, who know me, know my vulnerabilities. Today I don't feel I have any. Tomorrow I'll probably have loads. And that's the point about life, I don't need to be a better me today. I might need to be a better me tomorrow. I definitely needed to be a better me yesterday. But I don't need loads of people hurling advertising stuff at me, asking if I want to be a better me. That's crazy. I don't have to earn millions and millions within a week. It's another thing people tend to hurl at us, don't they? I started with £5 in my pocket and now I'm a multimillionaire. Yeah, right. Most of them aren't. I don't need to be sucked into being told I'm doing it all wrong. And if I do it somebody else's way and give them a huge amount of money for it, it'll all work. Then they've done that as well. And let's remember, this is about us as much as anybody else. I can pay the rent. I can live comfortably. I'm happy. If somebody wants to pay me 5 million to do a course, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But I'm not going to go out there and hurl things at you and tell you you're a rubbish speaker and you've got to work with me, or your communication is all wrong, or anything else. If people want me, they'll find me. And I'm a great believer in all of that, and just relaxing into it. So I wanted to share that with you today and say to you that it's okay not to be okay. If you're having a bad day, tomorrow is another day. If you're scratching your head and wondering what's going wrong, best advice I can give you, go for a walk and come back to it. And if you do need some help with your messaging and your storytelling, then I'm happy to help. So in the meantime, I'm going to go and drink my cup of tea and talk to you all again very, very soon. Bye.